Have to ask the producers if we're actually live. We're live, guys. We are live. I'm pulling up my chat box so I can make sure we're all connected. Okay, perfect. Happy Wednesday. We're back with All Things Sally, and I'm super stoked because we've got like a variety today. So lots of my faves, some new additions. It's going to be really fun. Um, we were just wrapping the show. I was talking to the producers and we were talking about traveling and packing. And I think a lot of you guys can agree with me and like some of the sentiments around packing or like traveling. And my husband, for example, always wants me to travel with a carry-on. Like even if we're going away for like 6 or 7 days, he's got zero patience and he wants to hit the ground and go and not have to wait for the bags, not have to worry about bags being missing, like anything like, especially if there's like a layover somewhere. So we always fight with this whole back and forth of like, he complains that my bag is super heavy, but I'm like, I literally put as much as I possibly could in that bag. So that that this whole conversation started because one of the things in our lineup today is the InStyler mini straightener. So I guess we'll just start there. I'm most excited about this. I gotta grab the box real quick because I want to read some of these highlights. But you guys, this is so amazing for traveling. I mean, this is next level. So Carrie says, "Oh, love the InStyler." Like we have done tons of episodes with the InStyler, like the original um InStyler hot tool, the prime, like, and then we've got the InStyler straightening iron, but this is gonna be like your travel buddy. And I just love how sleek it is. I love that you can plug it in because a lot of times, you know how they have those cord free, they're never like as hot as you really want them to be. So the cool thing about this is you plug it in, takes zero to no room. You could probably carry this. You know how you get a second bag when you carry on? You could put this in that bag because it's so lightweight. My thing is they're always like hair tools are so heavy and you have so much other like I always joke that the toiletry bag is the thing that weighs the most and is the hardest to maneuver into the suitcase. So if you can dance around the toiletry bag with smaller, you know, products, you're in luck. So this is the InStyler mini flat iron. I'm obsessed. And it's just like the perfect for traveling or touch ups throughout the day. Missy says, love the size, perfect for traveling. I really like the color too. Let's talk about the color. I feel like it's very springy. It's compact and powerful, versatile. You could curl, you could touch up. It's someone just asked about auto shut off. Let's see. Oh, consistently heat up. Oh, consistently heats up to 400 degrees. This is lovely. We love that. So this one is a little bit more compact. So you have this on off button. So guys, listen, this is not one of those flat irons that stays in place. You pretty much know this baby's on. So just knowing when to turn it off. I don't think that would be a problem though. It's not as much as there's not as much a need for that auto shut off because it's not a part of your everyday anyway. So this is the limited edition color. It's 0.75 travel straightener. So for me, you know what else I love using this for? Those little cowlicks that you might get. So like I get cowlicks up here, or I kind of get like frizzies up there too. So you can really just perfect some individual pieces if you want and just go over your hair. Maybe you want to make it look a little sleeker. Sometimes I get these baby hairs in here that if I go to bed with my hair wet, they get kind of like curled and they really bother me. So you have a lot of freedom. You could even use this daily if you really wanted to, or like, let's just say you have a pixie cut. That's a perfect size. I mean, honestly, you could use this as your everyday. Also, if you're a guy and you have a shorter hairstyle, but you want to tame the mane or style it to some degree, or you have a horrible cowlick that you want to reverse, you want to use a hot tool, and this is a perfect hot tool to use. Just has this easy on-off switch, heats up to 400 degrees. It's super compact and very lightweight, and you plug it in. So I like that it's not a chargeable because the chargeable ones just they don't have enough oomph, they don't have enough power and juice, and you really need that when it comes to a straightener. And because it's long, you can fit a lot of hair in here. Not as much as like your everyday, but again, this is more for traveling, touch up. You could throw this in your purse. I feel like a lot of times with my job, like I work in sales and a lot of my job, like I'm just going to use this to make a curl real quick. A lot of my job is going from like day events to night events. So if you ever feel like you have, maybe you have a job like that as well, and you just want something that you can like, or maybe you're going to like happy hour with the girls, with the guys, and you just want something that can help touch up, this is perfect. So I just added a curl with this. So that's how much hair I would probably just tap my phone. That's how much hair you would probably put in there. So it takes a lot of hair. And again, super good for touch ups and very, very user friendly. Emma said, I'm running around all day. I need this. Yeah. Like, even if you're like a busy mom and you're like, I don't have time for anything, you could literally, I joke, but you could. You could like go do your hair, you know, in any bathroom you could find, just plug it in and do it. You know how I was on the airplane this past weekend? They have a plug on the airplane. Like if you needed in a pinch to do your hair before you landed somewhere, you technically could because it heats up really fast and no one even knows that it was on. It's perfect. And I am picky when it comes to like the mini stylers. So when I was looking at the lineup I wanted to do this week, I was kind of conflicted because I feel like when I see these compact tools, I get nervous because a lot of times, like I said, they don't have a cord. So once I saw that the installer has a cord and you plug it in, then you know the power is there. Because the cordless, they might be great, but they might not last that long. And this is just, there's a plug in most places, guys. So just, it's a long cord. It's perfect. I mean, we've got like the dual voltage, compact size, multi-use. Heats up to 400 degrees, and there's an 8-foot professional cord. So that is that is super long, 8 feet. So it's honestly what makes it so great for travel. And it's very sleek, and I love the color. I don't even know what color you would call this. What is this? Periwinkle? Is that the color? Blue? I don't know. It's a really pretty blue. But this is also the limited edition color. All the power of a full flat iron heat. So 400 degrees, that's pretty much like the going, I'd say, heat for a straightener. Like when you need something to really do something for the hair. Definitely. So that's all she wrote. What was I doing this weekend? I was in Florida. I was visiting my in-laws in Florida. Like I said, I would have loved to have this. I mean, I did have this, but I just didn't pack it because I wanted to save it for an unboxing on air today, so I waited. But honestly, sometimes when I go down to Florida, I don't even end up doing my hair. I kind of use it as an excuse to let my hair breathe. Use my heatless curlers from Kitsch, and we're good to go. But on the days where I need to do my hair, like work days, today was one of those days. I'm rocking like a couple day old hair. You know how like a few day old hair kind of has its own mind, it does its own thing. Sometimes you need to like redirect the hair and maybe just add a little body or a little curl or a little something something. The cool thing about this is you can do that. So I just added curl with this little guy. I mean, it's powerful, small. It's small but mighty. And I have, just for reference, guys, write in about your hair type and I'll give you my feedback. But I have thick hair, but like, okay, no, I have fine hair, but a lot of it. Does that make sense? So with that, you kind of like my everyday hair, if I let it air dry, is kind of like blah. Like it doesn't really do anything. I kind of need to style it all the time. I need to either do like a hot tool or a heatless roller or like something. So really easy for me to style my hair. I have a lot of hair, even though it's fine. Need to have a really solid hot tool. And if you know me and you've seen some of the All Things Alley shows, I highlight the InStyler all the time. All the time. Love it. It's a favorite. And oh, Linda just made the best point. Great hair makes for a great day. Couldn't have said it better myself. Linda, amen. I always say it's either one or the other. Like, I'm sure we have lots of gals on here, right? We've got like busy girls on the go, we've got moms on the go, we've got dads on the go, we've got guys on the go, whatever. We all have busy days and we need to do something every day to make us put our best forward, like our best face for whatever. I do my makeup or I do my hair. Sometimes both, today both, but not all the time. But if you do your hair, if you just do your hair, I guarantee you, you will feel better. What do they say? It's like more like human. Like I woke up and feel more like put together. It's psychological. I swear. It's like brushing your teeth. Haha. It's it just makes you feel cleaner. No. I hope you brush your teeth every day. That's all I'm gonna say. Our producer, John Rizzo. Um, so, great hair makes for a great day, and as do a couple of other things. So, with that, we have three things Doll 10 Beauty. And one of them I actually haven't tried yet, but I have read up on it. I have done a lot of research. I am so excited because we're showing the TCE, which means this covers everything green cream. So this is the Doll 10 green cream. I listened to their podcast last week, guys, and it made me literally excited about this green cream. So this is what it looks like. It covers everything green cream. So if you're someone who has red skin or sensitive skin, like how it's just might wake up in the morning and your skin's clear, but it's just red. So green combats red, but this is also going to help prime your skin. So it's going to prime, it's going to hydrate, and it's going to correct. So it's not just your primer where it's like, oh, this is going to make my foundation last longer, look better. This is going to help combat any kind of redness that you might be experiencing. So maybe you have like rosacea. I mean, you name it, like acne prone skin. You know how like I'm a picker. It's the worst thing ever. But when I have a pimple, I get so hyper focused and I'm like always picking at my skin and then it turns into this bright red mess. And then I'm like, great, where do we go from here? So the beauty of this is you really can combat that redness. Maybe you got sunburn. I don't know. There's lots of things you want to just like instantly kind of hydrate and blur away. Lots of things Doll 10 do this to my skin. So, and the beauty about Doll 10, because I cover them. I do their shows all the time. You guys are gonna see Lee in the next hour. So stay tuned because full hour of Doll 10. I think it's Lee or others. But this is really like the perfect base for your makeup. And it's also talc free, paraben free, phthalates, and sulfates free. It's clean, it's cruelty free. I just love all things Doll 10. So I'm just gonna put it on my hand. Now this is brand new, but I like the applicator already. Ooh, very creamy. So I just apply it to my hand and blend it in. So it comes out green. So that might be kind of like intimidating, but it really helps blur and perfect and take away any kind of redness, helps kind of like soothe the skin, just has really nice, pretty ingredients. And if you're someone who likes makeup primer and you are looking for a new one, this gives this really cool like blurring effect. I mean, when I was looking at the before and afters, I was like, whoa. And they also did a lot with skin as is. So I don't know. It's really like one of those products you could throw on even if you want to go makeupless. You just put this on your skin just to make it look flawless and just like evens everything out. I really think it's really pretty. So that's it on my hand. So I'm really excited because I'm going to try it with my makeup tomorrow. I feel like I'm like out of breath today. I don't know why. It's actually like really hot outside. Like, I didn't think I wore long sleeves to work. I had a couple meetings. I guess my air in here feels like really, I don't know, maybe it's like too hot in my apartment. We're not used to this here. I feel like the East Coast is playing games with us because It goes from cold to hot, and every other week, I don't know what it's gonna be. But my pool opened in my apartment complex, so that's when spring's here. So I'm like, I don't know, people were laying out yesterday. I just know my allergies are absolutely on fire. If that is even how you would say it. So that's when I know spring's in full bloom. So it's beautiful. Oh my God. And our producer said George, David, and I will be over this weekend for the pool. Those are our producers. Guys, please come hang out. It is a beautiful pool. I I love a pool. I could wait. Do you know what's really funny? I laugh about this all the time. 'Cause I say I love pools, but I don't ever get into the pool. Like this is like a running joke with my husband and I. Like I love to lay by a pool. I want to be near water all summer long, but I don't ever like get into the pool. I'll put my feet in. I'll hang out by the side, but it's the whole like thought of being next to a body of water that really feels good. I I am so weird. And then our producer said, "How about the ocean?" And I'm like, I love the ocean, but I don't really go in it either. I don't know. Ocean's kind of scary. Like I have lots of fears with dark waters and like in Naples, I was just in Naples, Florida. I could see my feet in the water, so I feel a little bit better, but I still get freaked out. I'm not going too far out because something could definitely sneak up on you. But that's as far as I get. Um Pools, it's just like the whole idea of laying by the pool, like reading a book, laying by the pool. Say less, sign me up. It's like my favorite thing to do. So I'll definitely do that later. Read a book by the pool? It's the best. On the ocean, I don't know. It depends on what ocean too. Like we're on the East Coast, so if you guys are tuning in and you're like, "Oh, I'm a West Coaster. We love it." Like, it's a little bit different over here on the East Coast. Like I'm in the Jersey Shore. It has its Jersey Shore, but it is such a dark, like mysterious body of water where where we live. Like you can't see anything in the Jersey Shore, guys. So when you're swimming out there, like when I was a little kid, I was a total fish. Like I was out there for hours swimming under the waves, above them, and now I'm like I'm too old and I know too much. Okay, I've watched too much TV, too much like Discovery Channel of what lives in the ocean and lurks beneath me, and I am good. Nancy said the ocean scares me too. Like, one of the funniest things too, have you ever been to like, I don't know, I used to go to summer camp at the lake and I was like, I don't know, 12, 13, 14-ish age, and I took water skiing. Even lakes kind of freak me out 'cause lakes are dark too. Even if they're like a man-made lake, I'm like, I still don't know what water snakes are in here. Like there's a whole nother level of like animal activity in a lake. So lakes are like I said, like you just have so much more you don't really know is beneath you, lurks beneath you. And I'm laughing because I'm picturing myself. Like you sit back when you're water skiing, you know how you like sit back and you put your feet up and you kind of wait for the boat to take off. If you've ever done water skiing, that's how it works. And I remember just being so freaked out, like, please keep driving, like, get me out of this water because it's creepy when you're just like sitting there wondering what's beneath you, how deep is it? It's just like the unknown. Not like I don't believe there's like these lake monsters, but I'm kind of like, I'm just a little suspicious. Nancy said the ocean scares me, and then John says I would have paid to see that. You honestly would have been very entertained. Um, hold on, real quick. I need to grab my charger because this is almost about to die. Hold, please, guys. I have to grab my charger. Oh, my iPad is about to die, guys. So just plugging it in. Thank you for the brief break. It's one of those pieces of technology I use for everything. Okay, let's see. What cord can I use? I feel like every cord I'm using. Which one does this one go to? Okay, we can pull this one. Right. And we're live. Okay. Thanks, guys. Don't you just love live anything? Um, so where were we? We were talking about my fear of ocean and waters and all this. Okay. So speaking of, um, one other thing I took on my trip this past weekend because I love it. Now, this is a brand new one. If I showed you guys the one I actually have in my purse, you'd be appalled because it's on its last leg. There's like this much product left. But I figured I'm just so stoked because I got a brand new one. This is the TCE Super Coverage Serum Powder. So I carry this everywhere with me. I love it. It instantly blurs, perfects. It's a product that you throw in your bag because you really want, like, if you are someone that gets like oily or your, I don't know, your skin is acne prone, or you just want, like, you're more into a powder foundation, this is going to be for you. Now, I like liquid and powder foundations. I like touching up and finishing my look with a powder foundation. My skin just does really well with that. But this is called a serum powder. So it does feel and look kind of like a serum. So if you like the look of a serum foundation, I encourage you to try this powder because it does have like that creamy finish, which is crazy because it's a powder. So I use it to just kind of like go over my T zone. I get really oily in here and on my forehead, like your T zone right here. And I just want to blur my skin. Sometimes I feel like I might, a lot of days, maybe you guys are like this too. I try to put so much stuff into one day. And if we talked last week about like our daily routines. I wake up in the morning and I like to work out. Probably like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I work out earlier in the morning. So like 7:30, 8 a.m. And then I will literally get ready. Like I'll shower at the gym and get ready and go to work. And I will pack a little bag of makeup. Like this will take me throughout the day. This is one of those foundations that I will pack just that because it will cover everything. It looks like serum and powder foundation. So I love my serum foundations, right? But if you're in one of those like I don't know, or if you're having one of those days where you're like, I gotta make it a little bit more simplified, this is what I would prefer to bring for my daily foundation. Paloma just joined the show and said, hey, Paloma. Maria said hi, do the same. So I ask people this all the time too. Like, do you ever look at your makeup? Like I'm staring at my makeup thing right now. I have like a million things, but if you actually picked out what you use, you have to be like super efficient with your products. And the beauty about Dial 10 is there's not too much of things you don't need. Like I always feel like it's really easy to find your regular daily regimen with their product line because it's like, oh, you have redness, you love primer. Great, we've got a this covers everything green cream. That one's for you. Let's say you just want kind of a powdery finish foundation. You love powder foundations. This one's for you. But let's say you also love serum foundations. Like the beauty of this is that it kind of does both. And I love products like that. Like cut the BS. We need to keep it simple. Life is too short. We got to keep it moving. I always say that. That's like my motto, like keep it moving. I don't have time for all these things and all of these steps every day. So Dial 10 keeps it simple and keeps it real with their ingredients. Everything is like sourced. You guys will find out more in the show with Lee, but I love the way they source their ingredients and they're really thoughtful with their products. Even their launches, like they don't really launch anything, what you call like a Me Too product. They launch things very strategically, they're super thought out, and I really appreciate that. Okay. So I also love to take it down my neck because you always want to match your neck with your face. This is the shade light medium, and I will rock this all year round. So I think I have had the light, but I like to be a little bit warmer, so I'm the light medium. Okay, and then more Doll 10. I'm so excited because I just ran out of this, guys. And this is the Doll 10 Peptide Plump Lip Oil. So this is what it looks like when it comes. And I'm telling you guys, I love this product. I have one of these in every one of my bags, but I did just run out of this color in particular. I'm also like someone who really likes I really like a natural, pretty lip color. And when I guess the topic is like traveling, but when I'm traveling, I really want something that I can wear with anything I packed. So this color is very universal. And this is called the Juicy Nude. So it's super juicy. And you just kind of like use this applicator. Well, applicator, this is kind of like how you get it going. You just press this and it pops out the bottom. So this is what it looks like. It's super creamy. It's so pretty and lush. I love when I get a brand new one. It's just like the best feeling ever. You know, when you get brand new makeup home and you're like, oh, it's just the best. And I like to use this as a daily lip treatment too. Probably why I go through them so fast because I use them every day for hydration. It's almost like your lip balm and your lip color all in one. Christy said, "How long does this last?" Like I said, Christy, I mean, depends on how long and how often you use it, but I would say a couple of months because there's so much product in the tube. It goes into this. So it's got the feeling of like, I mean, it's called a lip oil, but I like the way it looks more like a gloss too. Because lip oil sometimes it looks like your lips are just a little wet, but I want color and pigment and I want a little bit more of that like umph when it comes to a lip oil. So I kind of feel like it's the best of both. And it's very plumping. So it's got these really good ingredients and super hydrating. I could just I'm laughing as Christy said, "How long does this last?" I'm like, I could keep using this whole thing. I love it so much. I keep like I'll use it before I go to bed. So you can't ask me, guys. I'd probably go through this too fast. I use this before I go to bed because it's a hydrator. So just think of it like that. And also, speaking of minimalism, which I pretend like I am, but I'm not, I'm a minimalist with some things. Okay, so let's say you're going on vacation and you're like, I can't take 7 lip glosses or lip balms. I have to take one. Okay, cool thing about this is it doubles as both. So, well, triples. So it's your lip gloss, it's your hydrator, and it's your lip color. So if that entices you, I don't know, you could become more of a minimalist if we look at it like that. I'm just saying, it does a couple of things in one and just feels really good. I feel like it kind of like blurs the lines in my lips. When my lips are dry, it drives me nuts. Like maybe it's called an addiction. So again, Christy asking me how long it lasts. Maybe I'm not your girl to answer that, but I love having my lips feel supple and really juicy. And because it makes me feel like they're healthy. When they're dry and cracky and creepy, they look old, they look not as plump. And I'm just like, we got to do something here. So I carried one of these everywhere for that reason. Again, you know, we've got a couple different colors, but the cool thing about the Juicy Nude is it goes with everyone. It kind of just like adjusts to your natural lip color and feels really, 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 really good. And it has like these good oils that are hydrating and they're coating the barrier of your lips like chef's kiss. I use it every single day. Okay, so that is my lip lineup. And then what else do I? Oh, I have 3 more products that I'm so stoked about. Have to pause for a little bevy break. Okay. So we'll go back to our InStyler because that is maybe the star of the show. I always try to pick one I'm like totally obsessed with, but it's hard for this because I love them all. Okay, so this is like the segment. We're heading into a little self-care. So one thing I've been absolutely obsessed with lately has been body care. Like thinking neck down. And I mean, I'm making this a goal of mine to dry brush weekly. It's not easy to remember, but I'm trying. So this is the Maciel dry brush, and I love the way it feels instantly because there are some that just feel really rough and like It's not nice on the skin. So you want it to be a little bit soft and you want to have something that you can grip onto so you can use it. So it has this handle so you can use it however you like really, but I do this nightly and I probably do it like 2 to 3 times a week. And the way you use it is like you can use it anywhere neck down. I wouldn't use this on your face. We're gonna go into the globes and I'll show you those for the face. But the dry brush kind of works like this. Like you dry your skin. You kind of just brush your skin. This whole concept came to me. I started researching dry brushing a couple of years ago in COVID. Because you know how everyone became obsessed with like things to do at home because we couldn't go anywhere. So I think we're still kind of on that train. Like body hair is so big now. And I'm really pumped about it because I didn't know half these things. But I remember I was listening to some TikToker talking about things she does at night and like lymphatic drainage and the benefits. And she talked about dry brushing and how you could do it 2 or 3 times a week. It helps with like the appearance of cellulite and like kind of just gets things like flowing, like your blood flow. And when your blood flows and everything's healthy, like everything looks smoother. So it's the goal is to have your skin look smooth and supple and hydrated. And even like you really have to worry about your skin everywhere other than your face and your neck too. Cause like if we kind of just as we get older, this is depressing talking about this, but as you get older, gravity just like takes over and everything starts to pull and things start to look dry and things start to look just like aged. So there's little things you can do at home to make your skin look healthier, younger, just like more, like I said, supple and like healthy. So dry brushing is one of them, and I do think it really works, guys. I am a believer. It's why I added it into the show, but you pretty much just brush upwards. So like on your legs, you just brush upwards and you do a couple rounds and you'll feel like it hurts at first. You're like, this is weird feeling, but it just kind of like buffs out the dead skin. It also gets like the lymphatic drainage moving and you just like feel like if you do it in the morning before you hop in the shower, if you're one of those people that takes a morning shower, you'll feel like invigorated. Like it's so I don't even know how to explain it, but I am obsessed with dry brushing. So I encourage you. Has anyone tried it? Because if you have, write in because I want to know what you love about it. But I am definitely I've totally bought in. That's why I had to put it in the lineup because it's part of my every other day. I have to remember it. And I forgot to bring it with me on my trip. I was like so upset. I'm like, dang. And I even love like, going into bikini season. Like you want to just look like your skin is really soft and supple. It's a really good addition to your everyday regimen. I love it. So definitely something we use a lot. So if you guys are like, what is that? I've never seen it before. Write in because I want to know your feedback. Okay, what else were we talking about earlier? So many things. Oh my god. Okay, so it's so nice out. The Sixers won last night. I watched it. And yeah, it was a good day today. We played the Knicks. Sorry if you're a Knicks fan. Oh, let's talk about the big event on the 23rd. Okay. So on the 23rd, we have our first ever 24-hour TikTok live event. So if you guys know, we are partnered with TikTok. So we've got like a ton of major brands coming out, brands that you love, brands that we see here. And I am like, God bless our producers because they are going to be up from 5 a.m. to 5. What is it? 5 a.m. to 5 a.m. the following day? Yes. Guys, that is bold. I'm like 5 a.m. Okay, so what do you do the next day? Okay, because waking up 5 a.m. fine, right? You go throughout the day. It's those witching hours, like you hit midnight. No, I'd have to say like the worst. I used to work a lot of overnight shifts on air, and I'm thinking, the worst time frame, 12 a.m. to 5. I have to say, no, 12 to 4 a.m. is like that crazy time because you're like you got to keep it lively somehow. You have to like tell jokes, drink Red Bull, I don't know, be silly because you start getting like basically punch drunk, but with no sleep. Um, It's kind of fun though. If you're with your friends, it's like a really fun time. But there's gonna be so many awesome brands, and I am so stoked. If you guys saw all our footage from our TikTok live event at our LA studios, like it was amazing. We had so many lines, so many brands participate, and it's gonna be like kind of that, but we're gonna bring it to you live. So if you tune in anytime throughout the day, we're gonna be literally live all day long. And that's the term we were thinking, punch drunk. We're talking about like what it feels like when you haven't slept in a couple days. No, when you haven't slept and the next day you're trying to function like a normal person and you're like, what is that called? It's called punch drunk. So you guys have to tune in because it's going to be like so much fun. And each hour is going to be different brand. Each half hour depends. We're kind of like throwing it in, still fine tuning the schedule, but it's going to be on May 23rd. So big day coming our way. And it also kicks us off for Memorial Day weekend, which is like so much fun. I was telling the team I really want to do a get ready with me because those are my favorite. 'Cause I kind of feel like I can run you guys through like what I actually do to get ready in the morning to go to work. Or I don't know, even if I'm off, I'm doing something. Even if I'm off, I'm doing some kind of thing to my face or like self-care. And I could do a whole like maybe I'll do a whole body care tutorial. That could be cool. I don't know, lots of ideas. But Yuli just joined and says, hi. Hey Yuli. So Yuli, you just hopped on, but just to update you, we have a full 24-hour live event on TikTok on May 23rd. So if you guys, are kind of new to Market.live, it's just like we have such an awesome partnership with TikTok and we do these live shows all throughout the week, but this is going to be the one day where you're literally back to back for 24 hours. So you guys have to like write in and ask our producers how they're feeling because they're the ones that are they're really on the clock all night long. It's crazy, but it's like a big party. And then I guess at 5 a.m. so they're gonna go 5 a.m. to 5 a.m. the next day. So I guess by 5 a.m. the next day, you guys will just sleep all day, right? I guess. Our producer John said, absolutely. It's just kind of like weird. If you're tuning in and you're a night nurse, write to us and tell us what your secrets are. Because I feel like you guys are really good at that. Or if you've ever had a job where you worked overnight, write in and say the secret. What did I do? I would drink like tea because it didn't make my stomach. Because there's weird things that happen to your body. You get like your stomach starts acting funny because it's like confused on what time it is, and like you have to eat because you need energy. So the worst thing I used to do was just eat tons of candy and junk food, but it kind of was fun because you're like, well, I'm up. I deserve this candy. I need this candy and drink a lot of water. I don't know. I'm telling you guys, you should probably pack like healthy snacks, but throw in a little junk food every now and then. It's like I would do, we would only have vending machines back in the day, and you would be stuck with like Nutter Butter or like those vanilla crackers or the vanilla cookies. And I used to eat those. They were so good, especially at like 2 a.m. Things like taste better when you're like, well, I better be sleeping anyway. How about cheeseburgers in a machine? So gross. Oh, and then there was this time when they started to upgrade the vending machines, and it was like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Coffee, fine, but like cheeseburgers and like things you can heat up in the vending machine, I'm weirded out. That's getting creepy. Or like breakfast sandwiches. No, absolutely not. Like pre-made eggs, there's something so creepy about pre-made eggs. It's like it's sitting there in the vending machine and then getting heated up. So it's kind of the same, like cheeseburgers, not having it. So, but luckily, I feel like there's lots of places you can order from now all night. Also, if you're at our LA studios, like we know LA has endless food all day long. So, our producers here in PA, they might have to, if you guys are here, not sure if you're going to be at the LA studios or here, we do have Wawa. So, if you are familiar with Wawa, You guys have to write in because it's like a whole Pennsylvania thing. Wawa is where it's at. We love this place. But they also wrote, our producers wrote In-N-Out Burger. Also true, because In-N-Out is like the burger joint. I don't know if it's open all night long, but I haven't had it in so long. I need to go visit the LA studios all the time because I feel like it's like the perfect time to go to In-N-Out Burger. I didn't get to go last time I was there. So I don't know. It's one of those things you have to do when you go out west. Our producer says I go every time. I would too. But if isn't it like if you're trying to be healthy, they have like the lettuce wrap? What do they call it there? It's called something.
Protein style.
It's called wait, it's called what again, David?
Protein style.
Protein style. Yes. So if you're on the keto kick, they've got protein style In-N-Out. And now I'm drooling. Now I really want a burger. I can't believe I didn't get it when I was there. I'm so upset. But John says he gets it every time. And they have the best French fries. I am like the French fries, that's like my thing. You know, if they ask you like one food, French fries for me. Okay, so you guys have to tune in to this all day 24-hour event. It's gonna be super fun. And you guys have to tune in because you have to keep our producers going all day long too. So it'll be really fun. Again, that'll be 5 a.m. to 5 a.m. on May 23rd. So it's our first ever live event back to back. So many brands. And again, like I said, if you guys watched our footage from last week, our TikTok event was amazing. We collaborated with them and we just have like so many awesome brands that we get to work with, and they will all be live throughout the day. So stay tuned. And some of them I highlight in my shows. You guys will also see me. I really want to do a get ready with me, so we'll see. Oh, really quickly, back to the In-N-Out. Our producer John says it's a must. My daughter's hooked. You have to tell them well done fries. Agree. Like, you know, when you go to restaurants and you get fries and they come out and they're like wilty, and you're like, no, we need them to be hot and crispy. It's kind of like home fries at a diner. They have to be that way too. Um, okay, so another goal for me for 2024 was to grow my own nails. So I love having my nails done. Now these are mine, but it's taken a little bit. So when I was getting married, because if you guys tuned in, I was getting married last year and I was prepping all year and I had gel nails. And I think they're beautiful, right? They're great. But I really wanted to give my nails a break and I wanted something that was going to help grow them out really naturally. And it can be so hard because once your nails take such a beating for like months and months or even years of being like dip, gel, you name it, whatever. Not to mention it's super pricey to keep going with all these things. My thing with getting your nails done is like I don't want to sit there and you're stuck for like a full hour and change and they wrap your hands in they wrap your hands in this like you guys know what I'm talking about if you ever had dip. They put the acetone on your nail and they cover it with aluminum foil and you can't move your fingers for like 35 minutes and you just sit there and wait for it to come off. Okay, well, we'll take it back a notch and we're going to talk about doing your own nails at home, which is something I've been trying to do this year to get my nails back. And I'm really excited to start incorporating the the London Town Pure Get Strong nail hardener. So this is by London Town. Now this is simply just for getting your nails into like a happier, healthy place. And you would use this first and then go into everything after that. So you would add like your base coat. If you want one, I think you can also, this is used as a base coat. So you go into your color and then your top coat. So I don't know, just something like I want to focus on like natural nails. I feel like they're making a trend. They're making a comeback. I've seen them all over TikTok too. So if you are like trying to go natural, trying to be a natural girly, this one's for you. It's just called Cure KUR by London Town. Well, I was talking about getting married. Our producer said, "Oh, I didn't know you got married." Ha ha. It was a personality for a minute, okay? Like, it's allowed to be. If you're a bride, if you're tuning in, you're allowed to make being a bride a whole personality, okay? You only get a couple of months to do it. So be my guest, do it up, girl. And also like soak up everything you can. Soak up fiance for as long as you can, because wife is not as fun. No, I'm just kidding. Wife is so fun, but it's not as fun sounding. Fiance is fancy. Just saying. Okay, so that is our nail polish. We're like all over today. We've got body care, we've got makeup, we've got base, we've got skin. And then another line I haven't even gotten to do any like I guess I haven't gotten to do anything with this product line yet, and I've been like, put this in the lineup. We got to do it. So Dreambox Beauty, we've got their Hydra mouth pad. So we'll do this. I'm really curious about this one too. So that's all about like lip hydration, and then we've got the Glow Globes. Try to say that a million times over. Yikes. Okay. So the Glow Globes, when you open them up, guys, they look like this. I mean, it's like a gift in and of itself. So they actually have glitter in them. I mean, come on, that's amazing. So this is gonna help like with your application when it comes to serums, oils, face masks, all that. So it helps really with the massage and kind of like massaging your whole facial, like essentially you're like massaging your facial tissue. So it really helps like brighten, depuff, and drive serums, oils, moisturizers into your skin better, even like your face masks. So I think like this is one of those things you can add into your everyday regimen. And I like to throw them in the fridge because they get really cold. Or you could even put them in a bowl of ice for like 10 minutes. When you wake up, just throw them in ice. And just be careful with them, guys, because they're glass. So they're full of liquid. And when they get cold, you don't want to put them in the freezer because you don't want them to freeze, but you want them to just be in cold water. And when you take them out, you have to be really, really gentle. See, not like me. I don't have enough room on my counter. Okay, so when you open your box, they come and they're really packaged really well. And this is on purpose so that just be gentle with them, guys. They're really fragile. And this is what they look like. So these are even more fun because they have glitter. I mean, could we get any better than that? And now you want to pop this guy off because you don't need that. But so this is what they look like. And there's just essentially like water in there plus glitter because obviously we had to have glitter. And you put these in the freezer or a bowl of ice and you let it get really, really kind of cool. And then you apply your serum. And then you want to use like upward motions and you just kind of like roll it or kind of go like this or just roll it against your skin. It is seriously one of the best things to do in the morning when you're tired and you're puffy. When this cool ball hits your face, guys, like it instantly depuffs. And if you're acne prone, like moi, I'm someone who I get like an angry breakout once a month. Like it's like literal clockwork. I get all around here because I have this angry hormonal acne. It's all the time. I just kind of try to embrace it now because the more angry I get at it, the more problems I feel like I have. So one thing I learned from my esthetician is that if you have one of these, you put them in the fridge and you let them sit and you use them every single day because cool will help kind of combat your skin and like really help um calm down like inflammation. So using this will really help with acne. Again, I get it all around here. So I use this to drive in my serum. And I just feel like it's a nice little fun ad. It really just helps make everything like it elevates your nightly regimen. So these are our glow globes. Also really fun gift for Mother's Day. It's coming up, guys. It's coming up. And you know what I have that day? Mother's Day, I am away. I'm on a bachelorette. So I have to gift my mom early. So I might add this to the list actually. I have a couple things for her, but I'm like, what else do I get her? Because my mom has everything. So does my stepmom, and so does my mother-in-law. I think I talked about this last week. I'm always like, oh, here we go. What am I going to get them? So get them something like this. This is a perfect gift for Mother's Day. It's very like, it's different. They probably don't have this yet. These are kind of like a new concept, but again, like it will become a part of their everyday regimen, and it really helps like elevate um like your skincare routine, which I feel like is the one thing we should be spending the most time on. Makeup should be really easy and efficient, and then skincare is where it's at. So you have to really have good products, ingredients, and you get two of these, and then you pop them back into your box. You can literally throw them into the fridge like this, and then they're safe and sound. Just make sure your significant other knows what they are, so they're not confused when they see them in the fridge. Take enough space and like, listen, those are my glow globes. So tightens, depuffs, and also cools. So if you guys again are like into products that help make your other products work better, this is one of them. And also if you're acne prone like me, I can't stress enough. I've added in like icing my face, and it really helps overall with just like making my skin a little bit calmer. So it's got this like anti-inflammatory effect. Okay, and then we got the Hydra mouth pads. These are going to help smooth, hydrate, and tighten. You can actually use these up to 50 times. So it's like literally this, it looks like a face mask for your lips. You put it all over, helps hydrate, helps kind of like tighten the lips. If you've got those little fine lines in your lips and you want to really give it a little extra um love, you can add this. It's really, I mean, and you can use it for up to 50 times. So the cool thing about that is it's not one of those products where it's a one and done and you toss it. You can keep using it. So we love that. That's also Dreambox. I think Lee from Doll 10 is joining us. Yay! I have to grab my lip gloss because I dropped it. Oh,
Okay, I'm here. Sorry about that.
hey Lee.
Hi, your setup
What's
is like
up?
so cute. Are you still in Florida?
Oh my God, I wish, Lee. I wish it was so nice.
You back?
Yeah, I'm back. We got back on Monday. We took like a 4 a.m. flight in, and it was those
Terrible?
flights. I don't know why they like rock your world. Like you think it'll be fine, and you're like, well, I can hit the ground running, like get in at 9:30. But I'm like exhausted. I felt like a sloth the whole day trying to work. I'm like, I can't. I'm too tired. So I'm still
No,
catching up. But
that's terrible. Where in Florida were you again?
we were in Naples.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I know. So Marco's parents live there like half the year. Um, and it's just we had to go, like we hadn't been in a couple of years because the hurricane destroyed some of the house. So we had to wait till the renovations came. It was the first time we'd been back, so it was like really exciting. So we went, quick weekend. It's just like such a better, I mean, we're kind of there now, but like being able to go outside and get air and walk
I know, it's so
feeds the
nice, right?
soul. Feeds the soul, Lee.
Doesn't it make you want to move to Florida?
Yes, it does. I
I
I
know.
was laughing because I'm like, I hate to like sound like, oh, this sounds great, but I'm already like planning like retire here. I can really see myself getting into like the whole pickleball lifestyle. Like I don't know, it sounds nice to me.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
And being on
Yeah,
like
I
the
know.
golf side is a little less than like the golf is different than the other side. Like
Yeah, it's
not,
funny.
yeah,
Brian's parents are on the other side. So Naples is on the East Coast, right? On the
yeah,
West
yeah.
Coast. It's the West
The
Coast.
West Coast. Yep.
Yeah. I think that's nicer. Like I would personally prefer that, but Brian is a surfer, so he's like, "No, I would never live over there. There's no waves." I'm like, "Well,
There's no,
might just have to
it's
go
like
without you,
bath.
bud."
It's like bath water over there.
Oh, that's like my dream. Like a nice warm ocean, a pina colada, hot
Yeah.
sun.
That's why we were just talking about that. Like I love when I can see my feet in the water, and like that's why I love Naples. It's just like the only ocean that I'll swim in. I'm like, I'll get in that water. It's not creepy.
That's so nice. So his parents are there half the year, huh? So anytime you want to
Oh,
just get away, you guys can just be like, "Bye."
yep, see ya. It's so great. And it's such an easy airport. It's like one of those tiny, RSW is the airport you fly into. It's real small. You land. Everyone's nicer than Philadelphia.
I
It's a little rough.
know. Oh my God. I know. New York's the
You
same.
land
New
here,
York.
you're like,
New York's
What was that?
awful. New
Yeah,
York's the same.
totally.
You land here and you're like, what the hell am I doing with my life?
So, yeah, if I could retire anywhere, I feel like Naples sounds really nice to me.
I'm with you. I'm with you. All right. Who's in our chat? What's everybody's dream vacation? I could so use one right now. Like I could just use a little vacay action.
Well, Lee, I don't doubt you could use a little vacay. Are you sleeping? Did I ask you this last week?
I sleep a couple hours a night. You
It's so
know,
crazy.
I mean, couple hours here and there, but you just, you kind of get used to it. Like I will say though, I will say this. We always talk about like beauty stuff, right? And I
Uh-huh.
think the thing that ages, people have it all twisted. The thing that ages you the fastest is not sleeping.
But then what are you supposed to do when you have like twins like you?
You just look old. That's it. There's nothing you can do.
Like I guess you just do it for you just do it for a little bit.
It's
I don't know.
parenthood. It's like I guess there's a time for looking good, Allie, and there's a time for looking tired. And let's just say enjoy it now while you got your while you got your sleep.
It's like less I don't know. I think the less you care though, don't you think? Like I don't know, you tell me. Like don't you just hit the point where you're like I just don't care.
Oh,
I
yeah. I mean, yes and no. I'm like, I do what I can.
right.
Like, it's like it's a stage, and every stage of life I think has its perks and has its disadvantages, and it is what it is. Like it's not about me right now, and I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah, sleep,
agree.
but I do think that sleep is just like really just wow, it ages you. Not sleeping is just a rapid quick way to look old.
Well, I'm taking notes, Lee.
I know you're taking notes,
You
but
can
it's
rely
like,
on
are
you
you a
can
good
rely
sleeper
on
though? Like, are you a good sleeper to
um
begin with or no?
I mean yes and no. It depends on how stressed I am, you know?
Yeah, no, I get
I
that.
gotta take I'll be hitting you up when I really need to figure out how to sleep well. Cause I feel like you've figured it out. You've got like the right concoction of we got
Oh,
shrooms. I'll be calling you about the microdosing soon. That sounds
I've got
great.
my shrooms, and I do really love those winged products. Like you
Yeah,
guys, I mean, I
yeah.
love. They really do help me a lot. Like they really do help me to sleep when I can. And my issue really, and I don't know if you struggle with the same thing, is like I can fall asleep. I just can't stay asleep. And so winged helps me with that because like if I have to wake up to pee, for example, or something, I'll like get up and then I like can't go back to sleep and I'm like laying there for three
Yeah.
hours, like, so
Yeah. The worst is like the 3 or 4 a.m. wake up, and then by the time you fall back asleep, your alarm's going off, and you're like, ugh, it's the
absolutely.
worst.
Yes.
So yeah,
That is
maybe
my
I'll.
life. That is my life. It's like then the girls wake up at 5 and it's
Okay.
off to the races. I'm like, "Oh, great. I was just falling back to sleep. How
The day
wonderful."
has begun. Oh
Yeah. Yeah. How are your
man.
little nieces that are twins?
They're great. I mean, they take less naps now, right? So they're like a year and a half. So they're like weaning off their like double nap in the morning. So they call it alone time. They just like sit in silence and just like talk to themselves, but they don't really
Okay.
nap in the morning. And then I mean they're doing great. Like they're gonna be walking all summer. It's gonna be like kind of terrifying because I feel like last summer you have a grip on them before they start like really moving around. So now
Yeah.
we're like it's gonna be a whole new summer with them because last year it was more naps, more like involved regimented feedings and stuff. Like you get this first what's it called up close like I really got to understand like twins like what it takes to have two, so I just like applaud you because I would look at my sister-in-law and be like, girl, this is wild. Like one's crying and the other one then starts to freak out, but if it's just you, you're just like I don't know what to do and you can't hold both of them, so it's like
I
it's
know.
great.
I
But
know. That is honestly, I will say the hardest part is that you can't hold both of them at the same time. So like when they're both crying, well, I kind of can now because they're just small enough that like I can. But
Yeah.
it's tough. Tough.
And they like move so fast. Like the minute you turn around, they're like over there. You're like, what?
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. They're so fun. Like I was just thinking today, like they're just the sweetest. And like when you go to get them out of their crib, they're just like so happy and
Oh, that's
they're
the
just-
best. When
isn't
I
it the best?
babysit, it's literally the best part of the morning when they wake up and they're all warm and they've got like the rosiest cheeks and they're just like smiling and you're like, oh my God, they're
Right? They're
so
like so
cute.
happy to see you. They're like, "Oh my God, you saved me."
We've been waiting here all morning.
I know. It's the best. It's really the best. So now wait,
That's so
so
cute.
your nieces are how old? They're gonna be how old this summer? You told me this last week, but I forgot.
So, okay, so they will be a year and a half, like around a year and a half. Yeah. So well, no, hold on. Yeah, year and a half. Because they
Okay.
turned a year in January,
Oh yeah, okay. Wow. So
January
they are, yeah,
20th
they're just ahead of
or
the girls.
17th. Yeah, January 17th. Okay, so they're just ahead of the girls. And yeah,
Is that their only two children, or do they have other children too?
no, that's it. That's it. But that was their first. So it was like, and they didn't really know that they were just like, yeah, one. And then they had two. And it was like, okay.
Are they
I,
done?
yeah, I think they're done. And I'm like, oh,
Really?
come on. We need tons of cousins. But yeah, I
We'll
know.
see. I could
We'll
see why
see.
maybe you feel like you're done after two, because one is most certainly a lot easier.
They always joke that, like, it's nice when it's a surprise because you don't oftentimes think, like, I want twins. I don't know, but I always say, like, two for one sounds fun. But then the reality of it, you're like, it's
You
a
know, it's
lot.
so funny. Like, I think I might have told you this, or maybe I didn't, but after Brooks passed away, we saw a medium, and she is great. Like, she is
Mhm.
really fantastic for anybody who is looking for a good medium. Her name is Bianca Starr,
Okay,
and
I'm
you
gonna
can
look her
find
up.
her anywhere. So she told us like a whole bunch of things, and it was really fascinating. And one of the things that she said was, you're going to have two more children, and they're probably going to be girls, and they're probably going to come together. And I was like, oh honey, you've been great, but you lost me there. Like, we don't have twins in the family. Like, that is never going to happen, like, ever.
Right, right.
And then fast forward, like, what, like 2 years after that, and so much happened in between that and the girls. And I went to the doctor for my first appointment with the girls, and she knew like my history and all the shit. And she was like, started tearing up, and she was like, "Are you doing fertility treatments?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Because there's two." And
Oh
I
my
literally,
God.
like, blacked out. I was like, "Yeah, wait, what?" Like, "You have to." I was like, "Thank God." I'm like, I was so speechless, and then I was like, "Oh my God." Like, Bianca told me this. Like, she told me this was gonna happen.
Oh my God, I have the chills all over. It's so crazy. Like,
Isn't that crazy?
and you weren't on any fertility medication, which is like, if it doesn't run
None.
in your family, you're kind of like,
I saw, though, this acupuncturist, and, I'm sorry this is, like, so off topic. We're just, like,
no, I
shooting the
love
shit
it.
here,
I
but,
love it.
like, I saw this. I had like issues because stress causes issues, and I didn't want to go down the IVF route. So my pelvic floor therapist, believe it or not, was like, I want you to go see this acupuncturist. She's incredible. She is so amazing for fertility. Like, go and see her for 3 months, and then like revisit your other options. And guess what? At the end of the 3 months, we were having twins.
It's so crazy. Is
Crazy, right?
she in Jersey or PA or New York?
She's in New York. She's on Long Island. Her name is
Okay.
Dr. Nan, and she is like the most incredible miracle worker ever.
Wow. Yeah, I've always thought about acupuncture too. It's really cool.
Yeah, it works.
That's so cool. And
Yeah,
now
because
you have twins.
I know it's crazy, right?
I could go into the
And
rabbit hole with this.
another episode of As the World Turns. Like, where are our comments at? Anybody here in the chat that wants to jump in on our
Chime
little
in. John Rizzo?
Rizzo's like, I'm bored. Talk about something else.
He just says, ha ha ha. Every time I bring up my wedding, he's like, we know you got married. I'm like, okay, well, like, it's a
Okay, well,
personality
you
for
were
a
the
couple
most.
months.
He's just jealous because you were the most. It was the most beautiful wedding like ever. It should have been on like the cover of Vogue.
Oh my God, I love you. It was so fun, but it was a lot. It was a lot of work. It's a lot of work
Now
getting
wait,
married.
when is your? I feel like you literally just got married, but when is your anniversary?
October 21st.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right. So you got some time.
Yeah, we did get married, but it felt like yesterday, but it was a while ago. 7 months now.
Oh my God, 7
I
months.
know. I know. Everyone's like, what's it like to be married? I'm like, kind of the same.
Yeah, it's the same now. I mean, I will say it gets like a little bit more challenging when you have kids, but
Yeah.
you just work it out.
Yeah. You just try your best.
Yeah, you
Hey,
do.
John says, didn't know you guys were still talking. I wasn't invited. So there's that.
So we just like, what did he say?
So
Wait.
dramatic. I didn't know you guys were still talking. I wasn't invited.
Well, we wanted to know if there's any comments in the live stream about what we're talking about because I can't see
Yeah.
them. I'm just like literally putting my makeup on right now.
That's what I did when I ran home.
So what
I do
else
a
is new?
half face.
Anything? Anything else? Oh, did you watch our podcast? What did you think?
So I listened to I just started when I got in the car today, and then somebody called me, which is like, I love my podcast time because, I drive a lot for my work and I'm like always in the car, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. So I hit all my podcasts and I'm like, oh my God, this is the one I'm excited about, the SPF one.
Allie, it was like so divided. It was like, here's what I think is so funny. Imagine this, right? Doris and I are like very into. We will start the next one, Riz. Don't worry, we're doing makeup. I'm talking about TCE, but this is more fun. So we
I am dying.
we love like clean products. Like we're always talking about clean stuff, and it's like the standard narrative is like a bunch of BS, right? Like it really, really is. Like on food and on health, it's like basically do the opposite of what the mainstream tells you to do if you want to be healthy. So
Right.
Doris and I very much talk about that all the time. And we talk about like chemicals in food and chemicals in makeup and how like, 15, 20 years ago, you wouldn't believe the things that they were able to put in makeup products. Like it would make your jaw drop. It's gross. Oh, by the way, we do have a giveaway before I finish this story. So we're giving away this super spray. Allie, have you tried this yet?
Oh wait, hold on. It's sitting right here because I just opened it and I'm so
Oh,
excited you're talking
it's
about it.
so good. Try it.
It has mushroom, of course.
Oh, just put it on
Ooh,
your face.
you know what it is? It's the smell and it's the mist. How'd you guys perfect the applicator?
Isn't that amazing though?
Because sometimes it comes out and you're like, whoa, like this is
It's like a
incredible.
spa, right? It's like a spa
Oh
experience.
my God.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, it
And
feels
is this
so
a
good.
glass? Is this glass?
Yes.
Oh, I love that. So chic.
It's so good. Allie, I've used 3 of these already in 3 months, okay?
Oh
There's
my
something wrong with me.
God.
I'm obsessed.
No, I'm so excited to start. Okay, so hold on. Spray on clean skin in the morning and night before you moisturize. Follow with your favorite foundation. If you choose, use throughout the day whenever skin needs a refresh or pick me up. Love.
Yes. So
Mary